It's your favorite time again and my favorite time too, because we're going to be doom scrolling Twitter and mogging all those non-believers, aren't we? First thing we have, friends, is that Jim Cramer is actually bearish, which means we're about to turbo pump. Here we are right now. I could not ask for a greater calling from the universe right now. And I'm actually so excited by that that we're going to have to play some Pumpy G music and mog them. They're all going to get mogged. It's a mogger's cycle. Don't forget that. So here we have a post about bubbles from Anthony Pompliano right here. And it is a quote. It's showing Jamie Dildo himself from JP Mosquito. Let's see.
Stop winning, baby. In a decade, we went from critics claiming that Bitcoin would be banned by the government to now many people realize that Bitcoin's going to save the legacy financial system.
That is absolutely cracker, but it's all N-word narrative stuff. And you and I don't really care for that, even though it's nice to dress up the scene, isn't it, friends? Pretty much when I see those words, friends, I see traps everywhere. N-word, trap. Everything's a trap. N-word is like, basically, I'm going to convince you that this time is going to be different. That's what every story is. Every story is like, hey, here's a unique, a unique combination of words and sentences and feelings and experiences, which is just, it's information pieces for us. And that's what it takes you out of where you are right now. It makes you think of the future or the past. Just basically, it takes you from where you are now. Basically, it stops making you sharp, all right? The SEC, White House, and large banks are all going all in on Bitcoin. Game on. Yeah, man, we might actually, hopefully, get to see the end of this year, which I'll show you now, friends. Maybe BTC really does crank towards that. Hopefully, man, this is where December is, man. It will be great if we really do go snap, and we do go to that 240. And everyone says, you know what, 4-year cycle does not apply here. I hope we do get that, man. You know, Crypto Kobe, interesting. Crypto Kobe and Richard Hart, both of them, they cited the 250K BTC number. Both of them, right? And by the way, for you, friends, just a reminder, yeah, people will say this time is different, and I'll say, oh, no, I know. That's why the cycle has run the longest it's ever had. Yes, this cycle is different. People are going to say, no, this time is different. The institutions are here. They have more money, and they're longer time frame. Guess what, Habib? Guess what? I agree. Bitcoin didn't diminish gains if we did get to that 250K mark. I'll say, well, you're right. They did have more money. We did go up only. And they do have longer time frames. We've been going the longest cycle ever. It's already played out. You know, but obviously no one's going to want to hear that. What they'll want to hear is no. Because it's funny, well, instead of a 4-year cycle, it becomes a 5-year cycle, right? At the end of this year, it's like 4.5, 4.75 years or whatever. But it's not going to stop the market, man. The market cycles, it's not the 4-year halvening, man. As you all see, friends. Of course, Bitcoiners, they love the halvening. Why? Because it's the whole spark. The reason why they got into crypto is because Bitcoin started going up, and Bitcoin went up when it was the halvening back then. In the inflation cut, we've never seen code do anything like that before, so they have this like affinity to it. They love it. But actually, the inflation cut's so low. Now we've seen it's a global 4-year debt liquidity cycle, friends. The 4-year rollover debt. That's what is actually correlating everything out here. Here we have Francis saying, it's okay, bros. At least we are wrecked together. The worst thing is being the only mofo wrecked. I do agree, sir, but also it's tough, friends, because see, this is the thing, right? With markets and emotions, there are people right now, they are sucking on the toes of the LA vape cabal. Okay, right now. They're like, yes, I would like the next 100x meme coin. You're definitely not going to dump this one on me. Right now, they haven't lost all their money yet. So they think the cycle attention is going to return to them, and they're going to have the glory now because they've seen it happen for the 1.5 years on Solana. Okay, that's what they think is going to happen. So they're not depressed yet. So that's why it's tough. So you're looking, that's why, friends, when you're dealing with people, you're dealing with people's emotions today. All right, and you got to think, man, where are you going to be in 12 months from now? Are you going to be as emotionally charged as you are? Like, that's why, friends, I show you the Sol ETH ratio, for example. Yeah. Are these people right now, so after this, are they going to feel what they were feeling here? Are they going to feel that? Statistically, this never happened before, pretty much. Okay. I know we don't have many cycles to go off, but statistically, you've never seen something run in the Bitcoin halving year, get everybody euphoric, and then continue for the euphoria the year after the Bitcoin halving year. You get destroyed on all the ratios. That's what happens. So maybe this time is different to them. We'll see. VP Vance, I'm obsessed with the whole UFO thing, so I'm going to dive into it this month. Ha ha ha.
What were those videos all about? What's actually happening? I haven't gotten to the bottom of it yet, but we're only 6 months in and we've been very busy. That's actually the August recess is in part me.
Just let me see that as well. JD Vance says he's focused on UFOs and will use the August recess to dig into the UFO thing. What were those videos all about? What's actually happening? I haven't gotten to the bottom of it. I don't have all the answers. No one has all the answers. But what we do know, obviously NHI are real and non-human intelligence are real. Earth's not ours. We know that. We weren't the first ones here. We're created. They are manipulating society and controlling it. But there's always like a negative tint on that. They're like, oh, it's control. But the thing is, like, you don't know, man. Maybe they've literally tried to bootstrap a million civilizations before and they have a formula. You know, it's just like, friends, when we knock out a lion in the jungle, the lion's like, they're poking me in family-friendly, unfamily-friendly ways, actually. And I'm a lion getting poked out here, right? And the tranquilizer and all this other stuff. But the thing is, like, you can't, how do you explain to a lion, hey, you don't even know what orange juice tastes like. You know what I mean? You just know what water tastes like. And there's many species of you, Mr. Lion. There's a Mrs. Lion. There's turtles. There's dogs. There's snails. And you're different and different intelligences and stuff as well. And guess what? We have all the data on them. So we know how to knock you out. And we know how to treat you differently compared to, say, a squirrel. Okay? Shout out to all the squirrels out there. You know what I mean? Like, how do you can't tell a lion that. It's probably us. They can't really tell us that. So all of this is pretty much psyops. Okay? So non-NHI real. The New Jersey drones and stuff out here. There was why it's tough, friends, is there's US government, they have the UFO tech, okay? But we have seen, there's UFO reports, why they got infinite technology, man. They're so powerful. They project holograms. So they make you see like a Black Hawk helicopter in the sky. And we think we're seeing the Black Hawk helicopter. It could be just a UFO ship. It could be that's how it's camouflaged. You know, so like you have an infinite possibility of psyopsy. So we just don't know. But I can tell you one thing. He's probably not going to come out and say, oh, I dug into it, guys. Guess what? Non-human intelligence is manipulating the US, China, and Russia government. And they've set us off on this little experiment to see who reverse engineers the UFO tech first to grant them the next bit of technology. I figured it all out, humanity. He's not going to come saying that. You know what I mean? They're probably going to say, nothing's happening. That's probably what they're going to say. Shout out to Mr. Compounding Memes. When I said 15 years, I meant 15 mother trucking years. When my family asks if I'm still into that HEX stuff, that's awesome. I love this meme out here. So, HEX with the 15-year stakings. HEX is the better Bitcoin. Waiting for the days to go up, though. Jason AI Williams, he bull posted Richard Hart and PulseChain, okay? The hardest of hardcore Bitcoiners lisp space hosts, cohists, scream about strawman, false calls, slippery slope, have zero Bitcoin, proof of reserves or STF. The hardest of hardcore Bitcoiners. Okay, so I think he's making a joke saying like, because friends, a lot of people hide behind the Bitcoin logo because it's got an infinite long-term bid, like seemingly what it feels like, right? What is this as well? Another account followed by Elon. The monkey going to be one day on Elon's page and you will be sidelined. Yeah, so here you go. It's another meme. I love you guys. I love you, bro. But it's just, friends, it's just like it's another meme, man. Like, you know, we just have meme fatigue, bro. Like, it's just another JPEG meme. Give me a ping pong coin, bro. You ever seen a ping pong coin? You've never seen it. I've never seen it. Don't even know if it can work, by the way. Can it ping and then unpong? I don't know. Interesting. So... here we have as well, Wizard of Slowho. Stocks and options channel is printing APs apparently. WTF. Hey, I bought an offshore with my S&O winnings, printing APs. So this must be the trading stuff out here. Must be running a group. So yeah, friends, remember in the bull market, as this stuff happens, everyone's going to be making money. The thing is, though, people who are the suckers, okay, they didn't believe in anything. They don't have a long-term thesis for anything. They didn't come in the bear market or the mid-bear market or anything. They're going to come at the end. They're going to see everyone making money. They're going to go try find signals and stuff. I get asked the same stuff every single time. Cycles like, hey, what about this bot? What about this trading bot? What about this trading? It's always junk, bro. It's always junk, but we'll see. Here you have DeFi Trigs pulsing up, PulseChain Peacock. Yeah, so this is the thing, friends. LibertySwap Finance, thank you to Mr. Thompson. I mentioned it for you earlier. LibertySwap Finance posted about Peacock, which it's rubbing people off the wrong way. They're like, man, because they're like, oh man, okay, the 350,000th meme thing. But also, I think they were sent 25% of the token supply. I can't confirm this. I don't know, but that's just, everyone just wants to call coins a pump. You know what I mean? It's been a long time. Mr. Blockrace, me explaining my recent trading activity to my family. It's just money. It's made up. Pieces of paper with pictures on it. So that we don't have to kill each other just to get something to eat. Yes. Yes. I know we seem like that, but man, the piece of paper is what you earn when you go work. So you store your value worked into that. Okay? Because you don't want to just work for your food. You want to work for someone else and they give you a representation of the work, which is a piece of paper, and then you store it. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. So it's efficient. It's efficient to do that. If we didn't have that system of having this money, what would we do? You'd have to like grow every tomato you eat. And I love tomatoes. And apparently there's an anti-tomato mums group out there who are saying tomatoes are evil and they're dangerous and they're poisonous. And there'll be none of that junk here. If your exit plan is vibes, your profit plan is zero. I love you guys. You know what I'm going to do, man? When I hear stuff like this, let's play some Habibi Albi music. I know you're coming from a good place, but like generic little half a paragraph, one sentence, it doesn't do anything. What they're basically saying is, if you don't have a profit-taking strategy and you're going off feelings, there's a 99% chance you're going to get wrecked. Okay? Because your feelings are always good when it goes up and down and bad when it goes down. It's always good as it goes up. Nothing warns you what's coming 6 months ahead. And you can never actually know what comes 6 months ahead. But that's why you watch me. We're here to buy in the depression, selling the euphoria, and you're here to have these pre-planned profit-taking things. That's why we're also looking for exotic top signals. You're not here to sell the exact top. You're here to just pretty much buy with pessimists around and then sell when optimists are really optimistic and go, hey, I'm willing to hold 5 years when they appear. Anyone with half a brain knew that the Bank of Labor statistics data was wrong for years. Bitcoiners have been calling attention to how inaccurate the CPI metric has been. Yes, so the jobs data is coming out. Remember, Trump said that the jobs data has been rigged and everything out here. So it's all these macro stuff, whatever. And I have a friend here who maybe recognize him. At what pDAI price will our dopamine actually start to go up? So I remember when Catty sent us to zero, the thought of getting back to 0.3 cents was like euphoric. And we just hit 0.7 cents. So I thought 0.3 was euphoric, but like we hit 0.7 and like I was just having fun because of the Maria glitter pants. And that was, so I remember the Maria glitter pants, friends, when everything came out. pDAI, I remember we're having a fun time here. pDAI hits 0 and we're always thinking, man, imagine it just got back to like, 0.1. That's what actually ended up happening. But it hit back to 0.7 cents and we still don't feel anything. I'm going to just show you that was a market cap chart. So it came out here at 0.8 and like we were just, it was fun because of the, hey, you know what I mean? We're live. It wasn't like, oh, it was nothing of that nature, right? And then we've come retrace here, but very much you're seeing this dopamine reset stuff. That's actually what happens, man. So this is interesting and it's true, right? You can go 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You can send the market infinitely up to the moon because you keep resetting the dopamine. You go up. This is what it feels like. Bad. This is what it feels like. Bad. Dopamine happens forever. The thing is, technically, it's possible, but actually, what happens is when you keep doing that, 2 steps forward, 1 step back like that. Eventually, it hits like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, okay? And then retailers are watching and they're like, you know what? This guy's been winning for a while. I'm going to get in. And then they get in, now they're month 4. Yeah? But because they're getting in, what does getting in mean? It means they don't leave bids. They start hitting market, right? And because they're hitting market and everyone's got a price quote up, everyone else out there is like, oh my gosh, these people are making money. Grandma's making money. I've got to get in now. And then they start hitting market. They don't leave bids and wait for buy. They just start hitting market. And that's how you get the bam, 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 bam. They just start smacking up. That's how it always happens, right? It's just when though, when? That's the magical question. That's what we're waiting for. And by the way, everything I just described for you, you can see it on the Others BTC chart. Yeah, you can see it. Right now, we've had 1 green candle. So Others BTC, everything I just described for you, these 1, 2, 3, this is the 3rd green monthly candle, then 4, 5, everyone comes out. This is April, May, see? Also happened as well in 2017, these big green candles. That's actually what we're describing. We have not had any of that. In fact, we had 7 red. Okay, so it's interesting, right? That's how it works. That's how we all climb on top of each other. And hopefully we see, you know, 4E cycle doesn't work anymore type of stuff at the top. Here we have, Donovan. PulseChain's pumping. Let's not forget, a moment of silence for KTP. Lost a 50k bet, disappeared, and somehow unlocked the bull run. Truly the sacrificial lamb of PulseChain. We thank you for your service. Yeah, man, I want everyone to come back. I know the prices have to go up. I want everybody to succeed. Wait, I think she's blocked me. It was everyone blocked me for pDAI. Literally everybody. You name it. Let me go check it. Yes. Here you go. Yeah, friends. I've got everyone blocked. Literally everyone. But like, that's why, friends, I don't. That's why. If you ever hear someone, I don't like talking about myself. Okay, I don't really care. But for you, I care about you. If you hear someone talk to me about Shami's trying to get viewers or subscribers, just you automatically know they are projecting. Okay. Not once have I ever done anything that is consistent with, I'm going to do this because I want everybody to look at me and I want followers. Not a single one. I've done opposite of that. Okay. If you're wondering, Sommi, why are you laughing and screaming and putting underwear on your pants? I go, because it's funny and it makes me laugh. You ever thought about that? I do stuff to make me laugh, by the way. So I don't, look, I know if you want to know the formula to be a popular shill, you lose your soul, dude. Okay, you literally, go hide behind the Bitcoin logo, and right now the Solana logo. Go do the exchange trading garbage as well. It's the same formula, man. Go hide behind them. Go cover all these projects. Go read up PowerPoint slides for each thing consistently. It's just, man, it's the same stuff over again. But that's what everyone does. Okay, they leech off the bigger things, but you're going with the crowd, man. Like, oh, after thing's gone up 30x, you go, okay, this thing's gone up 30x. It's gonna go up another 30x in 2 days. This is what you got to do. You know, I don't do stuff like that, right? I tell you what I'm doing, and that's it. It's just obviously, why does it resonate with a lot of people? Because you know it works, dude. I'm literally just telling you what works. You're like, oh, that's why that person's rich. Okay, yes, because they bought stuff where other long-term mindset people came in and bought. They took supply off the market, they go put it in their back pocket and they walk away. And then it reprices everything higher, okay? When you're doing PvP with everybody, there's no long-term buyers. It's literally everyone's short-term. So, it is funny, though. Everyone blocked me and muted me for pDAI. Everyone. I don't care. I'll be honest, I don't want them to unblock. I don't care. It means nothing to me. Because I know, I've been here long enough, okay? The market's going to do what it's going to do, dude. It doesn't need me. pDAI does not need me. PulseChain does not need me. Nothing, it doesn't need me. It doesn't need you. It doesn't need us, okay? It's a network. Do you understand? It's like Elon saying, America needs me. No, it welcomes you. It doesn't need you, okay? Never make that mistake. Don't think you can outgrow this stuff, okay? You always got to stay humble. And that's why I will now humbly peg my own nipples as well, as a reminder. Yeah, friends, I don't care about like being right or being wrong. I don't give a shit, dude. I don't give a shit. It's a strategy, bro. It's like football players like, oh, which way is the goalkeeper going to move when I kick this penalty kick? Who cares, bro? Score the goal. You either score the goal or you don't. That's right. When it comes with PulseChain debates or anything out here, I don't waste my breath, man. Or pDAI debate. I'm long, you're not. Okay, let's come back in 3 months. Oh, PulseChain's still down. Okay, I'm long, you're not. Next 3 months. Eventually, though, it's going to be up. And I'm going to say, guess what? I'm still long and you're still fading it. And then another 3. You know, that's a game. I need you to pull up. Give me face right now. What about his face? You guys are awesome, so just keep it up. Abundance August. The nobody sausage. Nobody sausage? What's this? Is this another meme, sirs? You see all this. Here we have some non-family friendly content. Just scroll. What are the chances, bro? What are the chances I just start scrolling live as I'm recording and we have some very non-family content? Actually, wow, there's a meme coin. TITS. Yeah, man, it's just, you know, we're so desensitized, man. It's just another picture, man. It's just another picture. Robinhood's margin book has crossed $10 billion, more than doubling since we introduced low margin rates. Yeah, man, that's awesome, friend. So Robinhood, remember Throbinhood, as we call them, they've been pumping their business, and crypto is a big part of it. So other companies are going to watch. Hopefully stablecoin super cycle and everything gets to come together and we start to crank it. Congratulations to PulseChain's Spaghetti Meatballs, Corey Spaghetti Meatballs. She said yes, I'm engaged, sir. Congratulations, Corey. Corey's in love. It's beautiful to see. He's a happy man. It's really good. Really awesome to see that, sir. We all love and appreciate you. I know you got to deal with it a lot because Corey's nice, friends. Corey's nice. He used to be a teacher, man. Corey's a teacher, guys. Were you a teacher, Corey? Did history? You know, it's tough, man. It's tough because I could not be a teacher, dude. You already know. If I hear one of you little shits talk smack, this table's getting flipped. I'm throwing a lollipop at your head. You're just going home. You know what I mean? You're not even gonna learn the 2 times tables today, even though you guys are 17. It's your 3rd time repeating. Okay, so hey, good. I wouldn't make it in school as a teacher. So bless everyone's heart who has patience for everyone else's children. Because, man, you can already guess what type of kid I was. I was the biggest class clown. I was always a class clown. And the teachers, every single time, they hated when I was always funny. Because I didn't understand it when you're a kid, friends. Because I'm like, oh, just funny. This is like, yeah, we did our homework yesterday. And then as you get older, I realized, no, those kids didn't do their homework yesterday. They're not going to make it. And the teachers know that. And the teachers have spent 30 minutes getting them to shut up. And then I just do something funny. And now I've just reset their head. Now they're going to spend another 30 minutes to make them shut up. You know, now it's only as you get older you start to realize what you're actually doing. But when you're a kid, you don't get it. You just don't get it. Yeah, man. Thank you. Oh, friends, we've got to be thankful to our Lord, the Creator. I always despise August and September. Just tough months to make money. Jim Cramer with the emergency bullish news because he's now turbo bearish. That's awesome. Damo, people who unironically say fudders or fudsters are not real people. Just making just a comment here about, that's what the thing is. Like if someone says something like, hey, you're a fudster, you're a fudder, it's just implying that the news you're sharing, saying, oh, that's a fud. What we say is that the news you're sharing, I'm just letting everyone know that's not going to take the whole thing down, whatever you're talking about. Okay? The crack it's trying to cause is not going to sink the whole boat. That's pretty much it. So, for example, it's like when someone says, oh, Richard Hart with the SEC, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you're just fighting, man. You're just fighting. Like he's now defeated the SEC. Here we have Tiffany Fong. Could be carrying Elon's 15th baby. My genes are yellow.
Handed down from my parents before me and their parents before them. My genes are yellow.
Tiffany Fong has yellow genes.
So, yeah, man, good on your Fongles. Vance, by the way, it really is true. Elon started paying her a lot of the Twitter money thing to try to have a baby with her. Yeah, it's confirmed. He was paying her like 50, 70 grand months. Yeah, and then he propositioned her. Hey, I think I think he only had 14 kids at the time. Oh, no, he had 13 and she was going to be number 14. But I think because she said no, I think it's just wild, man. Elon, how do you know their names, bro? There's no way. You know what I mean? Like, oof, we forget half the coins in our portfolio. You're telling me you know all your kids' names? Or what? By the way, one of them's just that X symbol. The X-E-A-I Greek letter. What the? Anyway. it is, you gotta admit, it's funny. So, he paid her for the money, and then he got pissed off. Why? Because she went and told baby mama number 13, I think that Ashley St. Clair, Tiffany Fong, they started having a bitch session about him together. And they started, it's just, oh man, this is, And how to all start? Tiffany Fongles was a Celsius victim. That's how Tiffany got famous, friends. Because here she is. I'm a potato. Sometimes I interview criminals. Yeah, so she lost her money on Celsius, and yeah, it all went from there. Going to Ashley. I think, look, it's a good reminder for all of us. There will be another Ponzi, but the scary part is the business cycle is so low. There's actually only one that we can see, and it's the MicroStrategy Bitcoin Treasury shit. That's the scary part. There's literally nothing else that's gone up as a Ponzi. Like, they were like, wait a minute. We don't even believe anything is going to last forever. Like, you got to think, right? What I'm about to tell you, they're not all of these are Ponzis, but every Ponzi does this, where they convince their thing can last forever. Okay? So I'm not saying if you think your thing can last forever, it's a Ponzi. No, I'm just saying every Ponzi, that's a requirement. Okay? Hello, ring any bells? Like, oh, 40 cycle doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? That's something to just think about. Okay? Francis again. If you're also wrecked, I want you to say it with me in the comment section. Ect with no R. Well, there we go. So we are all wrecked. We're all going to make it. Like, subscribe. Catch you soon.